art, comedy, pop culture, and much more. You're listening to ACPN.
Hello, young Swimcast citizens. Space Ghost here, a.k.a. George Lowe, inviting you in for all of the creamy, enjoyable listening goodness. Let's ladle some up right now, shall we?
We're just gonna, we're gonna shoot the breeze for like 30 minutes, talk about your work and, whatever else you feel up to. What's that?
It's not work. Work is putting a roof on a house in the summer.
Well, it's
fun.
It's fun, but you get paid for it. I don't get paid to do this.
Well, I don't always get paid, but yeah.
True.
Right. John, you get paid with gratitude and warm fuzzy from our fan.
Warm
That's
fuzzy.
True. From our fan.
Oh. Hardly star in anything. I'm more of a supporter.
Well, you're sure to us.
You were the star in Too Many Cooks.
I have fun with Too Many Cooks, but it turned out that I am the person that everyone associates with it. But we were all extras, basically. I mean, there were very few people that had any real acting experience. But yeah, and there was no script with Too Many Cooks for me, right? So.
Hey everybody, it's that time again. Time for another Swimcast.
And it didn't blow out my headphones this time because I got a new PC. Good evening, America.
Yay!
Welcome to the Swimcast, the longest running, formerly the only show podcast about Adult Swim. Now we have some people who are doing classic stuff. Yay.
But we'll always be number one with the fan.
We're rolling into our 12th year of doing this nonsense, so...
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Yep.
Wow.
Exactly.
So I will just introduce everybody here. Joining us always is the man himself, John J. Galbo, most beloved man on the internet and beyond.
Hi.
And we also have Jason.
Hey.
Who sells the breads with the seeds.
Oh, I do that.
He does do that.
And we also
go there one day.
We also have Ryan, who is probably snowed in and not doing anything.
That's pretty accurate, actually. It sucks over here right now.
Well,
wait, you just got what game did you just? Oh, you just got Breath of the Wild.
I did just get Breath of the Wild. I impulsively bought a Switch 2 months ago.
Welcome.
And I got like 5 games for it. None of them were Breath of the Wild, and for like the last 3 months, everyone's asking me about Breath of the Wild, and so finally last week I picked up the game, and I do regret not getting it earlier, but it's been like all I've been playing all week. So
yeah,
dude,
say
goodbye to entire days of your life.
I already have. like the first day I got it, I played for like 12.
That was the first thing I got from my Switch, and it got to points where I was like, I'm gonna pick it up and do one thing, and then 6 hours later is when I put the console on.
And there's just so much to do in the game too. It's like
just want to climb everything.
Yep, and you gotta climb everything.
Get a Switch, man.
Why don't you have a Switch? If you had a Switch, we could all play Mario Kart.
I had to buy a new computer because my MacBook of 7 years died.
That's true.
7 years is a long time, though.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I got
You should get a
new...
Switch soon to play Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's what people keep telling me.
Like,
Although
Mario
all I
Kart
wanna
is
do-
so fun.
All I want to do is
everybody.
buy Turok Dinosaur Hunter again.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was coming out.
Because I don't have it on my Xbox or Steam. Kind of like me and Dragon's Lair, where I have like Dragon's Lair on every medium imaginable.
Can I make an announcement from a personal part of my life?
Sure.
So, as many of you know, I am the crazy cat lady of the show.
Right.
And my baby Isis passed away in June. She was very sick for a very long time, so we had to make the call, and it was the right one.
Yes. You don't
very
want to
traumatic for both of us. Yeah.
Of course.
But we moved 5 hours away from where we used to live, and now we live in a small mountain town, and we're renting a house. So she said you could have one small lap dog is on our lease, and she asked my husband a couple months ago, like, do you think you guys will want to stay here another year? And he said, well, we do. We love this house and everything, but my wife has given me an ultimatum. We get cats or we got to go. So she recently called my husband and said, you know what? You can get 2 cats. So, and here's the guidelines. So we went out and adopted 2 cats.
Aw.
Their names are Binks. Binks was a former stray. She's really good at hissing, really good at scratching, and she's really good at hissing at her sister Sabrina, who is the cutest cat in the whole world. And she's just, oh my god, she's so fucking cute. Adam calls her ridiculously adorable, and she is. Does everybody remember the Garfield show?
Yes.
Which one?
You're talking about Normal?
Yes. Yeah, Sabrina is normal. Like, she'll go up to Binks and she'll be like, "Brr," and Binks will be like, hiss, 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 I hate you. And she'll be like, "Brr." It's just, we can't get over how sweet she is, so.
I've seen your pictures and they're adorable.
Thank you.
They're very cute.
Yeah, it's hard to get a good picture of Sabrina because she doesn't stay still. Like, I'm used to a 17-year-old cat who was lethargic.
That didn't move.
Yeah, she was furniture. She just hung out in her scratcher all day, and that was fine. You know, she'd come sit on my lap, and that was about it. But, you know, we go from that to, like, 2 cats who aren't even 2 yet, and they're just constantly playing, and it's like, oh, my God, I just want to rest. I had to play with the laser pointer with Sabrina for 2 hours.
Oh,
and the only reason I stopped was because I needed to sit on something that wasn't the hardwood floor. Like, my butt and my knees were going numb. It was awful.
Oh.
Cats.
So, on that note, I should point out, this is the Swimcast, a frank discussion in regards to all things Adult Swim. You can find us on the web, and sometimes cats, yeah, but not really. You could find us on the web at, well, we had AdultSwimCentral.com. It's still there, but we don't really post anything. We mostly do this, which, you know, is a podcast. You can also find a bunch of podcasts on acpnet.net. We have a bunch of different, you know, variety of shows. And, you know, we're on social networkings. And we also have Patreon, where if you give us $1 a month, you get some cool exclusive content. I was actually thinking about this before we started. Maybe we should start doing this live, and that would entice people to donate $1, maybe $2, and we'll do a live show. That way people don't have to wait 6 months to a year for a new episode. Maybe. There's also a cool $20 tier where you can get some really cool stuff, including Season 5 Venture Brothers on Blu-ray and a mystery pop vinyl figure. So. And
for $50, you can get a picture of John without his shirt on. For $100, I'll send you a dick pic to your cell phone.
Wow. That's...
my other
podcast said if they donate $100, they'll go to the house and thank them personally. But you know, that's a thing.
People want dick pics, John.
Sure.
There's 20.
I have a Galaxy Note 9, and I texted my best friend on New Year's Eve. I drew a picture of a penis with like little explosions coming out of it, and I was like, "It's an exploding champagne bottle." And he texted me back, and he said his husband said, "That was not a champagne bottle."
I'm glad you're using the pen and the phone for the right things.
Yeah.
You know, I drew
reasons
a
why I'm glad Apple doesn't have that feature.
Oh, it's the best though.
It is the best. It is the best feature.
You can put
Oh, that's right. I'm back on PC. I should look up a soundboard.
Oh God. No.
I probably won't though. It was a pain in the butt to configure this. I don't even know if it's recording the right way, but I'm gonna find out.
Thank you, Jeebus.
So yeah, Adult Swim does stuff, and we also talk about other stuff outside of Adult Swim, but I think most of the stuff we have is Adult Swim based. I mean, we got a new season of Hot Streets. I don't know anyone watches that show, which I haven't watched it before.
I want to, and I always forget. I did DVR Tropical Cocktails, and I did not watch them.
I've only ever watched the first episode of that, and it was bizarre, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it because William was on it.
Yes, that too. Which, by the way, our second half of the show, we're going to be talking with Mr. William Tokarsky of Tropical Cocktails, Too Many Cooks, Your Pretty Face Going to Hell.
Jumanji. Oh, I think I have to wash my hand. My cat scratched me pretty hard. I'll be right back, guys.
All right, you be right back.
You can go on without me.
Yeah, you don't watch Adult Swim either, so.
Yeah, none of us do.
The second thing I have on the agenda is called Kraft Punk, which I've been seeing the ads for that, and it's Eric Andre, and looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested in it. I mean, I remember the bit that they did with that, like, they did like 2 bits with Kraft Punk in the show, I think.
Yeah, I literally just watched it wasn't the trailer, it must have been for one of the old episodes. Where he's like, there's a camera here, there's a camera there, and I'm like, wow, he was in New York.
Well, they used to, I think like the first 2 seasons or something like that, I think all of the Man on the Street segments were in New York City. Because I think they like filmed, somebody told me that they filmed like something in like an old abandoned bodega in New York for like season 1, but like we have more lax laws when it comes to recording in public in New York City.
Right.
So like he could go and do the Man on the Street segments without really getting everybody that's in it to sign, and like the only time like sign a release. And I think the people that like had if people were like blurred out, they like specifically probably asked them to get blurred out. Or whatever.
Right, I know that from the class I took at William Patterson. They were like, you have to get a release for people, and if they don't, then you got to blur them out. Just like the T-shirts, just like brands that you don't have the license to.
Yeah,
annoying.
So like I think we're like a one-party consent state or city or something like that. So they could just film everything.
Everything else in New York is liberal.
Yeah,
I mean, hell.
So I remember. There's like NYPD cars in a bunch of segments in the first couple seasons.
Oh, I gotta go back and watch.
Wait, are you talking about Law and Order SVU?
Yes, we're talking about SVU when Carisi gets the shit beat out of him, and
our favorite Adult Swim show.
I've been watching a lot of SVU. My wife forced me to watch a lot of SVU.
Okay, did you not love when pregnant cop just had the baby and she's like,
Rollins?
dude, I can't. She's like, I can't marry you. I don't love you.
I saw that one. I was like, oh, but
I was like,
we're
damn.
thinking she's gonna hook up with Carisi at some point.
Well,
if he doesn't get his ass kicked.
Here's my problem. They got rid of Stabler because he wanted to go do that fantastic job that he did on True Blood. Not really, but
you're talking about Maloney.
Yeah, like
Maloney's on the show on Sci-Fi.
Olivia and Stabler made the fucking show.
Well, Benson
and don't take no shit. even though she's now lieutenant, Olivia still solves all the cases.
Benson don't take no shit.
Benson don't take no shit.
And Carisi gets the shit beat out of him every other episode.
Wait, who's Carisi? The guy?
The dude who's like, oh, I'm from Staten Island. And then he gets the shit kicked out of him when he goes undercover.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean now. He and Blondie chick are going to hook up, definitely.
Oh, yeah. I ship that.
See, once they got rid of Stabler, I stopped caring about all the other characters. And Munch is gone, too. What happened to the lieutenant? He's gone. He was replaced with Olivia. But you got Ice-T and you got Olivia. And
Ice-T don't take no shit either.
And those
I saw one episode. The guy was like, dropped some food on his foot, and he's like, "Oh hell no!" And I'm like, "You get that guy water tea."
See, I have never really watched much of that show, but I do know about the episode with like there was like a video game thing, and
oh yeah, the Gamergate episode.
Yeah, and Ice-T's like apparently his character's a crazy. He just ends up being like super into games.
Oh.
And it's really weird from what I've seen.
Logan Paul was in that episode. I'm like, the fuck?
Was he really?
Yes! He was the Gamergate dude.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Look, my
Colin
point
goes, is that Logan Paul? I'm like, wait, let me look it up. Oh my god, it's Logan Paul.
Jesus Christ.
What a douche.
As long as you have Olivia and Ice-T, those are the only two characters you need for that show. Okay? Yeah, that's it.
Carisi's and Rollins are good too.
No, you just need Olivia and Ice-T.
Anyway.
Everybody else is fucking around.
Yeah, don't mess with water tea.
Don't mess with water tea.
So we're a Law and Order podcast now.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, I can't do it because I'm not... Oh, wait, hang on. There we go.
There you go.
It works.
So yeah.
Sometimes I sing the theme.
End scene.
All right.
So yeah, we were talking about Kraft Punk's political party that's gonna air in a couple of days. I don't know anything about it except it's supposed to be about political stuff.
Yeah.
And also, didn't I pull up an article? I had an article, I lost it.
All I remember the description being was a political party set to EDM.
Yeah, that's basically what that article said.
Is he still trying to legalize ranch?
Probably.
I hope so. Somebody needs to stand up for ranch.
I found a car on Staten Island with the bumper sticker on it the other day.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Yeah. I have it somewhere still.
Yeah.
So
there's that. There's also a new show called Laser Wolf that's coming out. And the only thing I knew about that originally was that Carl Jones, the guy who did Boondocks and Black Dynamite, is behind it. And
Aaron McGregor?
I just said Carl Jones.
Oh, sorry.
And then
manic depression. It's like when you're up and you can't focus on shit. And when you're down, you can't focus on shit. Bipolar disorder.
I found this on Reddit, and I'm going to summarize it because it's a little long. This dude on Reddit says, Laser Wolf is essentially about a wolf with a laser on his back who believes love has no boundaries. He'll romance anything and everything because anything can be beautiful and love is boundless. The world of Laser Wolf is filled with anthropomorphized animals and a few humans, of course. LW is best friends with a Yeti, a Jamaican BMXing Bigfoot. How do you write like that?
Wait,
Dude.
Where are you seeing this?
It's in the link that I posted in the colon doc.
I'm looking at it.
It's also neighbors with the stupid horse, annoying white horse, who basically want to be part of the group. Laser Wolf believes that God is a lie. God will do anything to stop Laser Wolf from romancing his creations without giving too much away. That's the gist of it. Favorite pilot almost unanimously. Blah, blah, blah. It was shown on the Green. Oh, that was the thing that they had in New York, but it was on a Tuesday.
Oh, that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
That fucking.
So apparently, it's according to what I've heard, it's been shown in different places at different times. The pilot. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Big E from WWE is going to be part of it.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, if you folks at home know about the exploits of the New Day.
New Day rocks.
Oh yes, they do.
All of them.
Oh yeah. So check for that soon. I don't think we have. Do we have it? It doesn't say a date. It's coming eventually.
Yeah.
Probably in the summer. Summertime's when they air a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So switching gears from what's on the network to what is total fail. Remember we talked about that Adult Swim Loot Crate a while ago?
The one that they were doing, right?
What happened?
Like the one that Swim themselves are trying to do?
Yeah, like they outsourced it to some company I'd never heard of. And they were like, okay, we're doing a Toonami box and a Robot Chicken box and a Mr. Pickles box. And I'm like, nah, maybe if you send them to us for free to review, I'll look at them and review them gladly. But no. So apparently this company, I don't remember the name, but they are pretty much out of the picture at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't even deliver a one box, the Toonami box, which I've been told also it's a box of fail. But apparently Loot Crate picked up the license for the Adult Swim stuff. And
oh, that's good.
They released the Toonami one, but I've heard that people are still having issues with it.
Well, I'm looking at their website right now. I actually didn't even realize that they had the regular Swim box. I knew they had a Rick and Morty specific box on Loot Crate. But I see they have the Swim box now. It looks like it's a Robot Chicken one next.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Toonami, Robot Chicken, and then Mr. Pickles. And I was like, why wouldn't you do, like, Rick and Morty or Venture Brothers or Aqua Teen?
Well, I guess Rick and Morty's getting its own thing entirely.
Oh. Well,
I mean,
initially before Loot Crate took it.
Yeah. I don't know how much content.
Oh yeah, Loot Crate has a Rick and Morty crate.
Yeah.
Jeez, they've really updated their shit since I've been here.
Loot Crate.
Yeah.
I see Loot Crate as a company. It's cool that they picked up the Swim box, but I don't hear anyone not complain about Loot Crate these days. And like, not only just the quality of the stuff in it, but like their inability to get crates out.
Yeah,
they got
not
too
good.
big for their britches.
That's not good. Yep, they flew too close to the sun.
They did. They have so many different kinds of crates. It's insane, and it's unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, even at Comic-Con, the one day I was able to go when I wasn't deathly ill yet, they had it was like a Harry Potter box, and then there was another box. It's like, why do you need all these boxes? Just make the normal one. Or make a normal one and a gaming one.
I want a Harry Potter box.
They have 25 different crates.
Holy
Jesus.
shit! And I'm only seeing 5 here.
Yeah, they've got if you go to the website and you go to pick a crate.
Oh, I see. Oh my god!
They've got their regular ones.
Oh
they've
yeah,
got
I knew they had the WWE one. I forgot they had a Fallout one. I guess that's a monthly deal.
It's like I think it's quarterly.
Oh wow! And each box has a piece that you can combine to make Liberty Prime.
Yeah, but the Fallout crate is one of the ones I hear the most bad things about, just because
it's Bethesda.
Months and months.
There's always some problem with Bethesda, like when they put out Fallout 76 with the nylon bag.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And then the jacket that was like $500, and they're like, what?
And the game itself?
The game itself is alright.
Yeah.
They need to update it though. But yeah, I just found it funny that once again Adult Swim tries to get into something and
yeah. Well, I hope it works out with Loot Crate.
Yeah.
I don't have the best track record, but let's see.
I haven't done a Loot Crate, and I think the last time I even touched anything Loot Crate related was Comic-Con when they had the Stay Puft karate guy. And
I bought Loot Anime.
Was that the same year? Oh no, that was the same year they had Paul and Storm and Jonathan Colton at the table, and then on the other side they have the Nerf Herder guys.
Oh yeah,
that was.
You want to see Nerf Herder?
Oh my god, I should tell this story really quick. So, I wanted to get the Stay Puft figure, but they weren't selling anything because they had Joe Paul and Storm and the Nerf Herder guys. I think the only thing I know Nerf Herder from, didn't they do I think they did the theme to Buffy, didn't they?
Maybe.
I don't know. So, talking to, then the Loot Crate woman's like, oh, your press, come talk to Jonathan Colton, and that and that. And then you could sign up for you could win free tickets to Jonathan Colton, Paul and Storm, or Nerf Herder. And Jonathan, Joe Cohen, Paul and Storm were pretty cool, talking and stuff, and bought their albums. And then the PRLA shuffles me off to Nerf Herder, and they're like, hi, we're Nerf Herder. So, you are into Loot Crate? I'm not even joking. So I'm like, oh, hey. And then someone starts talking to them. I'm like, zip. I'm like, okay, so I'll try and, what the hell? I'll try and get tickets to see, Paul and Storm and Jonathan Colton and, who knows, Nerf Herder. Well, they're like, oh, you could do both. I'm like, okay, whatever. I get a call half an hour later. Oh, congratulations, you got Nerf Herder tickets. I'm like, yay. Did not go. I think I tried to pawn them off on you at one point.
I believe you did. I think you asked me if I wanted to go see Nerf Herder, and I kind of...
They were at the Bell House. You could have gone to Brooklyn.
Yeah, but I could go to the Bell... I'd rather go to the Bell House for something where it's like...
Well, the next night was Jonathan Colton and Paul and Storm. I'm like, damn it, of course I can't get the tickets to that.
Yeah.
What can you do? So, stuff.
Yeah.
My hand hurts.
Why does your hand hurt? Oh, because your cat keeps attacking it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's a demon hell cat, but I love her.
Oh.
She loves to keep me company when I'm in the bathroom. It's like the only time she comes for pets.
Oh, God. Speaking of loving things in the bathroom, wouldn't it be awesome if Adult Swim had a 24-hour channel?
Yes.
Well, there is going to be an Adult Swim 24-hour channel.
Just not for us.
Yes, not for us. It's going to be available in Canada. Apparently they were having issues on TV, and they just announced that they are going to have a 24-hour Adult Swim channel. I don't know how that's going to work, but apparently it's Chorus Entertainment revealed that a 24-hour Adult Swim channel will come into effect April 1st. Canadians will have access to a 2-month free preview of 24-hour Adult Swim. Oh, so it's going to be like its own streaming service. That's interesting.
I wonder. Well, is that Because it said that also they're changing a network that exists from what I read in the press release from Chorus. Well, I don't know. Maybe because I mean, obviously I'm in New York City. I'm not in Canada. I don't know how their cable works. But
it's only like a 5-hour ride up there. You could go check.
Yeah, I mean, I love Canada. I'd rather have it. What was it? Their press release said that they said something about Action will undergo a complete rebrand and become Adult Swim, and that sounds like they had a 24-hour network that they're completely switching over to Adult Swim. So maybe it's like you got to buy a package for it or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, I see that here. Beginning of rebrand.
No.
Previously airing on Adult Swim program, previously airing on Cartoon Network and Adult Swim programming, currently airing under Teletoon at night programming block will shift to the newly minted Adult Swim channel. Both Cartoon Network and Teletoon scheduled will shift their focus to feature best-in-class family-friendly.
And I wonder mostly what the programming will consist of. And, if they're going to bring over the streams. Because, fill up chunks of time on the 24-hour network with the streams the same way that, you just go on the website here and watch the streams.
Oh, and apparently they have more information about Laser Wolf, but nothing else. Oh, Dan Weidenfeld's doing it with Carl Jones. That's cool.
Cool.
Animation Studios Bento Box. That's awesome. And that's pretty much it. Series is created by Henry Bonsu and executive produced by Bonsu, Dan Weidenfeld, and Carl Jones. Cool. Tight. Yeah. I mean, I would be excited for a 24-hour Adult Swim channel in America. But, obviously I'm reluctant to believe that one would exist. Of course, I could be wrong, because any day now, AT&T is going to own Turner Network, or Time Warner, Warner Media, whatever they call it now. And that was actually interesting, because they gave us a bit of news on that recently. And I'll read this off, too. Warner Media announced reorganization that could have a major impact on future operations. Its various animation divisions. Warner Media is AT&T's new name for the combined Warner Brothers, Turner, and HBO. As part of the company's new approach, Kevin Tsujihara, the chairman and CEO of Warner Brothers, has been tasked with bringing together Warner Media's family, kids, and animation efforts under a single global kids and young adults business. And they're saying he's basically going to oversee Warner Brothers Animation, an animation group, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Boomerang, as well as Otter Media, which is Crunchyroll, Rooster Teeth, and Verve, and anything else licensed, I guess. Also thought I saw somewhere he's also going to be head of Turner Classic. It's in some aspect. But it's just funny because I don't think he's going to be in charge of it.
Yeah.
Because as we found out a scant 2 hours ago, Kevin's been a bad boy. And apparently he's been Me Too'd.
Yep.
Because someone leaked hundreds of text messages between Kevin Tsujihara and actress Charlotte Kirk and partners Brett Ratner and James Packer. Brett Ratner, of course, already got Me Too'd. This young lady apparently was extorted for basically, like, it sounds like one of those dealies where, oh, you're a hot actress, you're a hot wannabe actress, we'll give you parts if you sleep with us. So that's not good. I hope AT&T/Warner Media had a second pick.
I'm sure there's somebody.
Mm-hmm. Someone I was talking to earlier actually said Lazo. I'm like, oh my god, Lazo would freak out, and not in a good way either, because we know he has that phobia.
See, I also didn't realize how much this the deal encompasses, besides Swim and Cartoon Network, because I've been watching a lot more anime than I used to, and
with Crunchyroll.
I actually subscribe to Verve, which is run by Crunchyroll.
Right.
And I didn't realize that they were part of the deal here, but I guess it makes sense with all the Turner stuff that's in there.
Yeah, I think they were owned by someone else at some point, and then Warner Brothers bought them. I could look it up, but I'm not going to.
I mean, Verve is an excellent service, and I hope that, like, nothing really gets changed, because I absolutely love it. It's one of the best deals in streaming services that I've ever seen. $10 a month for like 12 or so services, including Boomerang and a bunch of Nickelodeon stuff too. But like, I didn't realize it was part of that.
Yeah. Well, when CISO went tits up, I was contemplating getting Verve, but they didn't have an Apple app. And then when they finally did, it was like I don't know. To me, it seemed kind of barren. Like Verve? I was hoping for more Riff Track stuff. I think
it's pretty well populated now, and it's got Boomerang in there. They added that recently. Nick's
Nickelodeon, yeah.
And I mean, anime, like tons of anime, which
that's cool.
Fun for me. They lost Funimation, but
yeah,
that's because Sony bought them.
Right.
I loved Funimation. Funimation was how I discovered
Dragon Balls?
no, fuck, what was her name? Something Utena, like Princess.
A Revolutionary Girl Utena?
Yes.
I've meant to watch that.
That is my favorite anime of all time, I think. Well, no, Cowboy Bebop, but then
I was going to say Super Milk Chan.
Oh god, Super Milk Chan.
I fucking love Milk Chan.
Oh my god, I wish they made more of those.
I have both DVD sets, and like a year ago for Black Friday, Right Stuff had the second volume of it for like $5.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it has both dubs because they dubbed it 2 different ways. So there's the one that aired on Swim, which is just a direct literal translation of the original.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's an Americanized version.
Oh wow.
And they're both really good for their own reasons.
Huh.
Like, does it have 2 of the characters that are in a lesbian relationship cousins? Or does it actually show that they're 2 people who are not related in a lesbian relationship? Because I fucking hate the American Sailor Moon for that reason.
Well, that was because it was marketed for kids, and they were like, hey, let's do this, which is still bullshit.
Yeah, that was back when it wasn't okay to be gay.
Yeah, it doesn't excuse that shit, but it was because they were marketing it towards kids, and they were like, oh, kids shouldn't know about the gay.
Yeah.
When, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things have changed dramatically.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I even feel kind of bad because I'm like, half the episodes of this show are like archived, and I don't know if I ever want to release them again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting times at Turner Network or whatever they're planning on doing with it. Maybe it won't be Turner anymore. Who knows? Maybe they'll move jobs around. Hopefully not.
Hopefully nothing really gets crazily affected. Hopefully everything stays pretty much on track.
Yeah. Anyone else have swim news to talk about before we move on?
I don't get Adult Swim in fucking HD where I live.
Aw.
What?
Yeah. Like,
Fuck that.
It makes Bob's Burgers look like shit. No, we're actually getting DirecTV on Tuesday because
which is part of AT&T.
It is because we just got an AT&T modem as a backup modem because our power went out during a snowstorm last week, and Adam works from home, so
Works out of the home.
He works out of the home. He literally works out of the home.
Cool.
If I could get him, okay, if I could get him in a white tank top, sweet ass gold chain, some blue sweatpants, which would bring out his eyes, his blue eyes,
the green flip flops.
The green flip flops. If he could get like hair attached on his feet,
I was gonna say shave his head.
Oh my god. That is like my fantasy right there. I'd be like, take me, Carl. And he'd be like, my name ain't Carl. But I'd be like,
Satan, and then he rips off the mask and he's in red face paint.
oh my god, I don't know what I would do. Who am I more attracted to?
Oh god, you have issues.
No, I have fantasies.
Special issues. But anyway. Speaking of special issues, I guess we'll go on to our non-Adult Swim news of the week, which is kind of tied into Adult Swim. Hulu has announced that they are entering into a deal with Marvel Television to bring 4 animated programs to the Hulu network. Now, Marvel's owned by Disney, and Disney's putting out their own app. But the caveat with that is the fact that Disney Plus is going to be like the family-friendly version, which is why the Netflix, Daredevil, and all them are not going over to Disney Plus. But it's because because Disney is about to buy Fox in another merger that is batshit insane. They are going to own they own 30% stake in Hulu already. They're going to own another 30% because Fox had it. They're contemplating supposedly buying out Warner's 10%. So they're going to own a huge chunk of Hulu, Disney. And they're saying that like their more adult-oriented stuff, like the Netflix stuff, is going to go to Hulu, or may go to Hulu. And on that note, so these 4 animated shows, it just sounds so amazing. But first and foremost is Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Howard the Duck.
That's very cool.
I mean,
Adam and I had our first kiss to Howard the Duck.
Oh, God.
Well, no, it was more like me just like jumping on him. He was like, what's going on now?
You jumped on him and went, wanga, 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 wanga.
I don't remember that part. I don't remember much of Howard the Duck. Because, you
blocked it out of memory?
No, because it was an awesome movie. But, I was busy making out with Adam.
It's a fun movie. It's silly, but it's fun. But what's going to make this more fun is not only is it being written by Kevin Smith of Kevin Smith fame, it's also being co-written. Is it co-written? I don't know. Co-created, I guess, or co-founded, whatever they call it these days.
They're writing and producing together.
Sure. Let's go with that. Dave Willis, who, as you probably well know, is the co-creator of such shows as Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Squidbillies, and Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. So I am super excited for this show.
Yeah.
Not only that, but the fact that it's going to combine. They're going to combine these 4 shows. It's Howard the Duck MODOK, which is being co-written by Patton Oswalt, and MODOK is being voiced by Patton Oswalt.
Wow.
Which that sounds fun too, and I'm sure the other 2 shows will be fun as well. And then they're all going to combine into like an Avengers/Defenders type show called The Offenders. Since it's like some of their weirder characters.
I'm into it. I'm very into Howard the Duck, but I'm into the whole concept.
Yes, it should be fun. I hope it works out for Disney, Hulu, and all parties involved.
Yeah. They're gonna get me to get a Hulu account. I don't have one. Now I'm gonna end up
I don't have one either. I use my wife's.
So I want to watch that. I want to watch that Pen 15 show.
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know too much about it.
It looks fun. It's supposed to be very good. It reminds me of like the trailer reminds me of like a kind of Freaks and Geeks a little bit, I guess. Like that kind of thing. Not necessarily that, but that style of thing. I'm curious.
You know what I'm looking forward to is FX announced the release of I was gonna say Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. No, What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show.
Holy shit!
Oh yes.
With Matt Berry, it's coming out the end of the month.
You know where it takes place, right?
Yeah. Have they been filming here?
Yes, I think so.
Because I'm like, I hope I run into Taika at some point.
I believe that they actually did film a couple of things on Staten Island because apparently the show I never saw the movie. I do need to watch the movie.
You need to watch the movie
because I'd never seen anything by Taika Waititi until I saw Thor Ragnarok, and which I loved.
Oh God, yes.
It's very rare that I actually really, really enjoy a Marvel movie. Yeah, that was fucking great. And a friend of mine who's crazy into movies, she has talked about Taika Waititi on numerous occasions and talked about What We Do in the Shadows constantly. And I've never actually seen it. I do need to watch it. especially because the movie looks fucking great. I mean, the show looks fucking great. I guess the movie wasn't in Staten Island, but the show is. They moved to Staten Island.
Yeah, the movie because
the movie is New Zealand.
Yeah.
Okay, that
because
makes
he's
sense.
from New Zealand, and I think most of his films are filmed out there. So I don't know if it's part of the joke, but at the beginning of the movie they say it's like co-sponsored by New Zealand Board of Tourism.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And it's funny because I didn't have any interest in the movie to begin with either, and it's on Cinemax one night, and I'm like, oh, I should see what this is about. I mean, I don't know, isn't it supposed to be like a horror movie or something? And I start watching, and I'm like, oh my god, this is made for me. I mean, between Taika and then the fact that, oh god, Jermaine.
Oh yeah. I forgot he was working on it.
I'm doing my dark bidding. What are you bidding on? An end table.
Jermaine is my favorite thing about What We Do in the Shadows and the Flight of the Conchords. Jermaine and Murray. Oh god, the Beast. I actually got one of my friends into that movie recently. I don't know how much she liked it, but I had fun rewatching it.
I'm trying to get Colleen to watch it because she loved Ragnarok. And hopefully
Was Jermaine in Ragnarok?
No, Taika directed it, and he did the voice of the rock monster.
I see.
Which was like the best part of the movie. I'm Korg, this is Meek. Gonna get on the spaceship and get out of here.
Well, I mean, Jeff Goldblum was incredible.
Oh my god, Jeff Goldblum.
He was fucking great in that movie.
Well, he's fucking great in everything.
Yeah, I do love him.
Even the best part of the Independence Day sequel was Jeff Goldblum. The rest of it I've blurred out of memory, save for the molten core. Don't watch the sequel to Independence Day, kids. Also, it's a ripoff of Destiny because a giant white orb comes out of nowhere and says, I have the answer to fight the aliens. Anyway, does anyone have anything else they want to discuss, or should we flip over to our interview portion?
I would like to discuss cats, how awesome cats are.
So, in other words, we're flipping over to our interview portion.
No,
okay,
I would like to dress my cats up. I would like to have a tea party with my cats.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking with William Tokarsky of
This
Your Pretty
show
Face.
brought to you by Cats.
No, we're not doing that.
Adopt, don't shop.
Commercial break. I'm John Galbo, co-host of Adventure Club Podcast, one of the flagship shows of ACPN. Each week, we're joined by guests from all walks of life, from celebrities to comedians to web geeks of all trades and beyond. Each episode is jam-packed with popular culture goodness sprinkled with some old-fashioned comedy and all-around geekdom. Come join us and share in all the adventures. Alright, I said it. Give me my $20. Adventure Club Podcast, new episodes only on ACPN. And that was apparently a commercial break. Welcome back to the show. Trish.
Hooray! Well, I am just so thrilled to announce that we have a special guest, Mr. William Tokarsky. You may recognize him from Too Many Cooks, Jumanji, the Tropical Cop's Tales pilot. That is a tongue twister. And also in Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell.
All right, everybody. Now, all that Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell people, I want you to repeat after me.
Okay.
Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell, the movie.
What?
No, I want to start it.
Oh. Yeah, it would be great if Swim made a new movie, and especially that.
That would be, I don't have they. Well, no, what I'm talking about is Adult Swim making a movie. Have they ever made a movie?
They made the Aqua Teen one, but it was kind of a slog because it was like they made it. They had to get it. They had to find a company that would finance it, and then by the time it was ready to come out, the incident in Boston with the bomb, not bomb.
Yes.
Those damn light brights.
So I think Turner promptly said, "No, we don't want to do any more movies right now."
I think Turner is about gone now. AT&T has taken over everything.
Yeah, we were just talking about that before the commercial break and how like AT&T's coming in, and then apparently the guy that they have set to take over Adult Swim and Cartoon Network is like under investigation because he basically he's part of the Me Too.
Someone new?
Yeah, he's the head of Warner Brothers Studios. Kevin, still don't know how to pronounce the name. Kevin Fuji something.
Yeah, cool. What's really interesting, which blew my mind, I was involved with SAG in a bump from working as an extra to a principal player. And the SAG rep in Florida that's handling this was talking about, he says, I had one for Tropical Cocktails. And he says, HBO is difficult to deal with. So apparently, HBO controls a lot of this too.
Right. They're part of Time Warner, and the whole thing was it was Time Warner, and then Turner was under it, and it's too complicated. I don't even know how I know. It's kind of like when I plug in a computer and I have different cables coming out of it. It's like I don't remember what I did.
So I have to make new friends in Adult Swim. Is that the deal?
I don't think it's gonna. Personally, I don't think it's going to affect you. I don't think it's going to affect anything. Your pretty face or otherwise. So, on that note,
yes.
We're going to berate you with questions.
I'm good for it.
Now is the part where we pretend we're James Lipton and what's the show? Inside the Actors Studio?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, actually, we got to start with the first question.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing in the document.
Sorry.
First,
you could see my fidgeting, can't you?
Yeah, okay, look at my fidgeting. See, I can do that too. For anyone listening, use Google Docs for fun. It's hilarious. So, William, this is the first question we ask all of our guests. It's the most important question, and you have to answer honestly, and you cannot say a dead one. That's unacceptable.
Okay.
What is your favorite kind of cat and why?
Siamese mix, because I have one that owns us.
I have one of those too. Black cat, but not Siamese.
This is one of those tan-colored, looking like a beige rug. Blends right into the rug. Mm-hmm. Only she has the white feet instead of the black feet, or black feet instead of the white feet. I forget which she is. Oh. But she's independent, and we've had her for about 10 years now.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, she owns us.
It's nice to meet a fellow cat lady.
Well, it's my wife more than me as far as the cat goes, but we're buds. We're buds.
That's cool. So,
go on.
You want to continue? Oh, I was going to say, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. So, I guess to start off, William, the fans at home probably know you best as the, I don't want to say the killer because that's you. As you've said, because you've been on the show, well, the Dragon Con form of the show, which is completely different than this one, but you're not necessarily the quote-unquote killer, more of the star of Too Many Cooks.
Well, the killer was what when it first went up on IMDb, it was Bill, and then they later changed it to the killer. So that's, and like I tell everyone, my name is William Tokarsky. My friends call me Bill. My fans call me the killer. And my hardcore fans call me Creepy Uncle Bill.
Aw. I don't know if I want to call you that because you're so nice.
Well, that's the problem. That I play out of real type.
And And I'm torn because I'm like all those and above. That's why I'm just like, you know what? I'll call him William. That's his name on as credited.
Yep, as credited. I learned early in this game that, hey, who was that guy? William? No, Bill. Bill's not working, so they confused the two. So I just use everything professionally as William. Mm-hmm. But my mother and my sister-in-law call me Billy.
Aw. That's nice.
My mother has crossed the Rainbow Bridge, so it's just my sister-in-law now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's been a while, so we're good.
That's good.
So how did you get, I guess to start with Too Many Cooks, how did you get involved with this total insanity of a special?
Cooks? Or just acting in general?
Well, you could do acting first, and then we'll go on to Too Many Cooks.
I live in a town where it's very film friendly. In fact, The Walking Dead films here quite often. And they were filming a lovely little movie called Get Low with Robert Duvall and Bill Murray. It's a great film. It never got national distribution. I think Duvall financed it himself. Right across from one of our parks, they had an old Victorian-style home turned into a funeral home. And I'm going to go down there and see Duvall and Murray because I'm fans. Well, the van pulls up, they're in and out, you never see anybody. But I spoke with some people that were working as extras. And they says, you can do this, you're retired. So I started doing it. And I liked it, and it was fun. And I made friends everywhere I went. And one of the friends I made was Casper Kelly. I worked on the very first episode of the very first season of Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. Dave Willis and Casper Kelly write and direct that show. And they opened it with me. I was the first demon you saw.
Aww.
Made friends. And it helps because I have a face like a foot. But what occurred was Casper had this neat little idea that he talked the vice president of Adult Swim into giving him the budget for an infomercial. And you remember from Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell, V.C. Fuqua, who's also crossed a Rainbow Bridge.
Right.
My partner in a lot of the things I did. Casper was a toss between me and V.C., who he wanted to be, quote unquote, the killer. So he had us both send a little cell phone tape, and he picked me.
Wow.
I've been married for 50 years this year. So
congratulations.
Well, thank you. And in all that time of marriage, my wife and I never once considered divorce. Murder many times, but never divorce.
Oh, that's the sweetest thing.
I feel that is usually the case as I'm learning.
But long story short, Casper asked me, and I signed up, and I actually worked. I was the only person that worked all 3 days. Everybody else sort of come in and out. And I was figuring out basically what we were doing on the go. And usually what he would do is he would pull up on his laptop whatever show he was trying to emulate, and he'd tell me what to do, and I'd do it. And it's, I don't overthink it. A lot of actors like to overthink and break down the scenes and study for their auditions.
Method.
When I did my audition for Jumanji, I'm delivering my lines to a girl because Jack Black was a girl.
Right.
Did anybody tell me that was Jack Black? So, I don't overthink shit. I just do.
And that's the best thing, I think. Because I think, like, what I've seen you in, like, you just become that character and you do it so well. Now, I have a question for you. Because your big fans call you Crazy Uncle Bill, or Creepy Uncle Bill, sorry. Do you get cast as a serial killer a lot? And have you ever been able to just play like somebody's pop in like a happier setting or anything? Would you want to do that?
I'll do anything. I don't care. Whatever they want. Naked, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But no, I have never done The Kindly Old Grandfather, although I have auditioned for it. But as far as what I do, the only things on my bucket list right now is I want to do a beer commercial, and I want them to fly me to L.A. to deliver about 5 lines on a show somewhere.
Okay, so that leads me to one of my next questions. What's your favorite kind of beer? Because I know you like to drink a lot of beer.
Well, whether I like to drink beer or not, I want to project that image. So is this part of Hollywood bullshit that I'm a beer drinking alcoholic, or is it real? I don't know. I prefer, when I can get it, Rolling Rock beer.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling Rock was originally made in the same county where I lived as a youth growing up.
Oh, wow.
So it was easy to obtain. It's made in New Jersey now.
Oh,
where did you grow up?
I grew up in western Pennsylvania in the suburbs of Pittsburgh.
Oh, wow.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's Latrobe, isn't it?
Yes, Latrobe was the original brewery. I think they're brewing Iron City beer there right now. But yeah, some big conglomerate bought it, and they're making it in Jersey. Huh. But I still drink it. It's what it is. A lot of people like craft beers. I like crap beers.
Sometimes they're the best. I mean, I'll have a Pabst every once in a while, and I'm like, this is actually pretty good.
Pabst is on my list.
Have you tried 805? My husband's been getting that a lot lately at this place we go to.
No.
And I love it.
At my age, I just go in and stick with at least 2 or, about the third one on my list is Coors Light or Miller's Light. They all, and so I'll stick with what I like.
Dana Snyder's a big Miller Lite guy.
Yes, I like Dana.
He's the best.
He's a good guy. He really is.
Dana is the reason why you're not allowed to say a dead cat is your favorite cat on our show.
This is true.
Yeah. I like working with Dana.
Yeah. Do you get to work a lot with him, or?
I have a lot in last season 4. Season 4's in the can, by the way, of Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. And rumor has it, early May, it will premiere.
Oh, I hope so. My birthday's at the end of May, so I'll get to see it for my birthday.
Do you know anything about season 4?
If Satan is in it, that's all I need to know because
she has a crush on Satan.
Oh my God, he is so hot. Like I've seen him without his makeup, and I'm like, okay, he's handsome. But as Satan, I just love his expression of pure boredom with everything he does.
Matt is such a great actor. He's classically trained in Juilliard.
And his cloven feet.
Yeah, well, they make those. He has fun with those. They are difficult at best to use.
Yeah.
After 4 seasons, yeah. All right, so here's the teaser, right?
Okay.
There's an episode, and I don't know what order they're going to come in. They never tell us that. But there's an episode called The Poor Horseman of the Apocalypse.
Oh, God.
And one of my personal heroes is playing Famine. George Wendt.
Oh, wow.
Orm from Cheers. John Amos is with him in the episode.
Oh, that's right. I think you posted that on your Facebook a long time ago.
Yeah. I think it'll be really, really, really fun. I like I say, I wasn't in the episode. I'm not part of it, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. They had some money this year. Yeah, the first season, we didn't have any money at all, But after, this year they've got a little more money, so they're doing a lot more.
Do you get many lines on the show? I know one of the pieces I remember you most is you were in a urinal.
Ah, yes.
Having your face peed on.
Well, I think I was in the bottom of the commode, actually.
I think you've been there too, haven't you?
I don't know. I don't believe I did the urinal, but I could be wrong. But They have learned to spread it out more amongst the regulars as far as additional lines. But just like Too Many Cooks, most of my best stuff is done without saying a damn word.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, my memory is shot. I grew up in the 60s. So, so my brain cells, a lot have been destroyed. So my ability to memorize long dialogue is severely limited.
Now, I have kind of a personal question for you, and if you don't want me to bring it up, we can just edit this.
Anything.
You served in the military. What were you?
Yes.
What branch did you serve?
I was in the Navy.
Well, thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you.
And I was what they call a spook. I used to share airspace with John McCain over North Vietnam in 1967.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It isn't quite as romantic as you'd like to think it was, but yeah.
No. I'm sure it was terrible.
No, actually, it was a job just like any other job.
Mm-hmm.
But
That
anyway,
you would consider the job.
Yeah, thank you for thanking. It was interesting. It's the 8th of the month, I guess, is the anniversary of when we actually sent combat troops into Vietnam.
Oh, wow. So that's
52 years ago.
Friday?
1965. 54 years ago. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Today's the 6th. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, it'll be Friday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that's when the Marines landed on China Beach in Da Nang. I got there 2 years later.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
But at any rate, moving right along to the fun stuff.
Yeah. So, back to your pretty face.
Yes.
How long does it take to put on all that makeup?
Well, if I sat in the chair by myself, start to finish, it would probably take 45 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
What it is it's a process. As many of us that are going to be painted red, we get painted red first.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get our horns on first, then we get painted red. Then we work the wardrobe on, and then Shane Morton, who does all of the Shane Morton and his partner Chris Brown do most of the work on that, and that's where they detail us and use black to highlight and detail.
Mm-hmm.
And that's time consuming, and it's real artistry.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to come off. Most of what I use is water based, so I just jump in a shower, and they have showers on the set, and I'm just regularly old person when I get out.
Does it look like a murder scene every time you finish showering?
Yes, it does.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I know. It was either the DVD or someone mentioned it somewhere where Henry Zabrowski was in a hotel and took a shower after shooting and said,
"Yeah,
left the hotel."
There was no shower first season. One of the episodes in first season, we got the makeup on in an apartment complex and then drove our own cars to the location wearing the full devil thing. You talk about people at bus stops.
Oh my God. Did you offer anyone a ride?
Nope.
Come take a ride with a demon.
Didn't go.
I'll tell you what, we're in Atlanta, so I would be actually quite popular.
Oh, you weren't downtown with the makeup on, were you?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Central Park downtown.
Oh my
Not
goodness.
On something called Central Park. Yeah.
Oh
But,
man.
now we shoot it all inside a studio. We very rarely, in fact, we haven't gone on location in the last 2 seasons.
Huh.
Used to,
Wow.
first seasons we went on location shoots. Now it's
true.
all blue screen.
Huh.
Every year, my husband and I watch the Krampus episode for Christmas.
Yeah. The people are crazy, by the way.
Oh yeah.
When season 2 came out, they had a bus tour where they put all the press on the Atlanta Movie Tours bus and took them around to different locations. When they got to the Coca-Cola mansion, there was one empty seat on the bus, by the way. When they got to the Coca-Cola mansion, I come out from behind the mansion with a machete, dressed in my Too Many Cooks outfit, carrying a paper bag, and got on the bus without saying a word and sat in the back.
Oh my God.
Then when we got to where they were having lunch, I jumped up and screamed. My lines were, I got my lunch, and pulled a severed head out of the bag and said, now get the hell off of my bus and get yours. Hey, season 1 was a big question mark. When they finally approved season 2, they had this neat idea. The vice president who runs Adult Swim, Mike Laszlo, lives on some penthouse on top of some old hotel in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And they asked me if I'd come down and have some fun. Mm-hmm. So we went, and I got dressed in a diaper with a large pin and a shepherd's crook. And I knocked on his door. They had the code to get in there. I knocked on this guy's door, and he answered the door, and I says, I'm Baby New Year from 2013, and my time is up. And then one of the producers, also dressed as a baby with a diaper on, pushed me off to the side and says, I'm Baby New Year 2014, and here is the first 6 episodes, and hand him the script.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty
They're
awesome.
crazy people.
It's awesome.
And I just fit right in.
I think you could fit in anywhere, except a GOP convention. You would not fit in there.
You know, I actually auditioned for the movie The Leisure Seeker to be a Trump supporter. And I'm just not that good of an actor.
I guess everybody has their threshold.
Yep. All right, let me tell you about my new project. You ready?
All right, okay. Yes.
All right, now you guys want to make me out to be an alcoholic drunk, and sometimes that works out to my advantage. You familiar with the Pop Network?
Yes.
Schitt's Creek, I think, is their big show.
Oh, yeah. I love Schitt's Creek.
All right, you're going to love Florida Girls even more.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, Florida Girls is a story of this biracial girl, and her name's Laura Chin, by the way, and her 3 friends that grow up in late 90s, early 2000 Clearwater, Florida, amongst drugs and poverty. She has a black mother, played by that comedian Kim Whitley, and a derelict alcoholic stepfather, played by
you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very cool.
So you get a big role?
Yeah.
That's great.
Wow, good for you.
This will be fun. This will be fun. I show up in episode 2, I think 2, 3, and 5. I've got a real drinking problem. She hides all my clothes, trying to sober me up so I can go to a job interview. And basically, my daughter catches me stumbling along the road wearing a pair of women's high heel pumps and blue stretch pants, and nothing.
You had something similar to wear in Tropical Cocktails, didn't you?
Tropical Cocktails, I wore gold boots. Gold
That's right.
The Man in Gold Boots is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
They must not have liked. Well, they killed me, so I couldn't come back.
Yeah, that was the depressing part.
Yeah.
I know. I was sad when I saw that. I was like, no.
But it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Very strange people. Best known for The Greasy Strangler.
Very cool. So going back to Florida Girls, how did you get that gig? Was it through Too Many Cooks?
No, actually, and I shouldn't tell this. This is bad for me to tell this because I make it look like I'm a SAG actor in there, but I'm actually an extra in it. I knew the girl down in this show had no money, no budget for the first season, although they got 10 episodes. Huh. So what they did is the woman that was casting extra says, we need a guy to play play this derelict alcoholic father, and we'll give him $200 a day. So
Nice.
Very cool.
well, even better. One time they asked me to run around butt-ass bear when I escaped from the hospital. And so I says, you show my butt, that's another $100. And then one time I escaped from them when I'm trying to find some beer in a bottom of a trash can, going through beer cans, trying to find the bottom. And they come after me, and it's at a marina and the boat ramp. So I run from them and end up swimming out into the ocean, into the sunset. He's a colorful character. His name is Chuck.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, same.
Well, what I want is season 2, because if it's as successful as I think it will be, I will have a contract for season 2.
Oh,
No, not unlike what I did for Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell.
Okay, I am crossing all of my fingers very carefully. Shit.
I am let
Damn
me
it.
see my app.
All
I
my
don't think
fingers are crossed.
Lord.
my app will work, but I'm gonna DVR it.
You guys remember my buddy Ben Bladden, who plays one of the demons in Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell?
I'm looking at IMDb. Yeah, I recognize him from Your Pretty Face.
He's in there with me, so it's like they're looking for character faces. Ben got him a real role. He's playing Waddy, the owner of a junkyard. So yeah, this is going to be a fun show. I got to watch them film a lot, and it's really going to be funny. You're going to pee yourself laughing.
I can't.
Well, that's
wait.
good. I mean, to pee myself, that's fine.
I'm
I
here.
do that.
April.
I'm peeing right now.
Oh, we won't go there.
Actually,
Yeah,
no, we have had a show where somebody peed on the phone with us.
Ooh.
So
Yeah,
if
that
you
was
do
that
that,
was interesting.
all I ask is that you please wash your hands after that. That's all.
I will.
You can pee, you can poop, whatever. Just wash your hands.
Well, they do accuse me of having a potty mouth, but
Well,
so
very
how
cool.
are things? You still in Jersey?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, I actually moved to Staten Island.
Oh, cool. Easier. I like Staten Island.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pain in the butt to like get off the island and back on, but it's nice. I'm enjoying it.
My son, one of his first duty stations in the Coast Guard was on Governor's Island.
Oh.
So I went up there and visited him up there. I enjoyed my little visit up there.
Yeah, it's nice when it's not freezing cold.
Yes. Yes.
As it is now.
As it is now, yes. It's actually cold here in Georgia.
I heard
Really?
it's like, 'cause,
Yeah, it's like, in the 20 high 20s at night here lately. The old freeze warning.
Yeah, I know my wife's.
That's big for Georgia.
My wife's sister is out in Florida with her family, and I think they're dying from the cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, John, do you like saying that? My wife?
Yeah.
Your beautiful new wife?
Well, not new. It was October. I guess.
Well, you're still newlyweds.
Technically,
That's since I last saw you.
this is true. This is the reason why you haven't seen me.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. All right. So, what other questions do you have for me?
Well, we should wrap
what's
it up.
your-
But does any?
What's your favorite film you've ever done?
The best work I have ever done is something called Five Windows from the Cooper Brothers.
Yes.
It's actually on my Facebook page right now with a link. I was at my agent's office recently, and I was talking, and she says, well, I remember seeing that. I remember you making the trip up to Michigan to make it. But I watched it, and it blew her away. Have you seen it?
No.
Well, there's a link on my Facebook page right now.
I'm going to go there.
May not be there. I let him up for 24 hours. All right, I'll tell you what. For you, I will put it back up when we get done with this.
Okay, and then we will link it to
Oh, yeah.
our Facebook page.
Yeah, and the show
and our notes. Yeah.
Yes, my voice is heavily filtered in that one. You haven't seen that one, John?
No, I have. Didn't I meet the director or one of the directors?
Right. Adam and Daniel up in New York.
Right.
Twin brothers. Going to be the Coen brothers. One brother went to Tisch in NYU, and the other one went to Columbia Film School. But anyway, they're going to be going places.
Oh, I'm sure. It's amazing short.
Yeah. But then, but anyway, that was what I think is the best work I ever did. Obviously, my favorite is Too Many Cooks, because Too Many Cooks has opened doors for me. And no matter where I go on a set, whether it's working as an extra or working as a principal, there's somebody that wants to have a selfie with me. I was working on Florida Girls down in Savannah, and I had an off day in between. So I called a woman I know that's casting extras for this neat show coming out called The Act. And
I've heard of this.
Oh yeah, it's my granddaughter went nuts when she heard about me being on it. But long story short, Cynthia said, "Hey, yeah, I can use you. We're doing a Comic-Con scene where they got a lot of people dressed up and whatever." She says, "But you can just play a regular person, a pedestrian going to see whatever." So I signed up, and the first scene I'm doing is I'm standing in line to be one of the people standing in line to buy a ticket at a Comic-Con. And the director comes over. He looked familiar. The director comes over and says, "I need somebody to stand as security." He says, "Sir, would you mind coming over here and stand as security?" And I did. And he said, "Oh, by the way, can I have a selfie with you?" The director was Adam Arkin, who's now a Facebook friend. So I run into people. Sometimes it's a wardrobe person. Sometimes it's the director. Jack Black.
I was going to say, wasn't there Jack Black took the selfie with you?
Yeah. I was sitting and holding with Jack, and nice people, just everybody. And some young kid come in, one of the high schoolers, pointed at me and said, "Too Many Cooks." Jack jumped up and says, "Son of a bitch, I knew you from somewhere." Put it up on his page, and it's like got 12,000 likes on it.
Wow.
Jack's a cool dude.
What does it feel like to be like an internet sensation? Because that was like, you had to watch Too Many Cooks like at least 3 times in a row to get what was going on.
Yes.
So everybody looked at it on the internet, I think the next day. And I just can't imagine, like, what is that like to have instant fame like that?
Well, it's internet, and it's more than being, it's not famous, it's being infamous, But I have a lot of people that like it and will love to converse with me because of it.
That's awesome.
I think in the back of my mind, the casting associate that picked me out for Jumanji was probably a Cooks fan. But I don't know that. That's just because that was a fun role. That was a fun day. Actually, I spent a week on that.
Wow.
Well, another story. I'm filming my one little scene. You've seen it, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So they shot it from one angle, and they're getting ready to turn it around to shoot from the other side, and a tornado came through. So they moved us all in the building, and we lost about 2 hours production. We all come back out, and the assistant director says, "Hey, can you come back tomorrow?" He says, "We've rented one of these expensive cameras like they run on a football field on the cables." He says, we're gonna shoot that scene, and we'll do your turnaround tomorrow." Overnight, the director wrote another scene for me and Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart basically, and all it was, it didn't get used because the damn movie was 2 hours long. But what it was as they were running out of the bazaar, all 4 of them, the final leaving the bazaar, they go by me one after the other, with Kevin Hart being the last. He sees me, stops like Three Stooges, comes back, punches me out, and I go ass over teacups.
Oh, I like that phrase. I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Ass over teacups.
Yeah.
I'm going to start using it everywhere.
Be my guess. But anyway, it was never used, but I ended up spending like 3 days with the principal actors, and then I got, then when they went to do second unit for all the stunts, Well, I'm established, so they can get a stuntman that looks like me, or they can keep me.
Huh.
So they kept me for 4 more days.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, my wife got a new granite kitchen, countertops, hardwood floor in the bedroom, new carpets upstairs, and we call it the Jumanji Improvement Program.
I love that.
Awesome.
Well, you see, here's the problem, okay? Doing this kind of work is my mistress. It takes me away from my wife.
That's like,
Got to buy her roses, as it would be.
you got to buy her lots of roses.
Yeah.
True.
But my husband, when I first moved out here, I said, don't ever work for Google because you'd never see me again. So a couple years later, he gets an offer from Google and he takes it. And now it really is like Google is his mistress. Like, like it's interrupted so many vacations.
Yes. Too Many Cooks almost was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was originally told 2 days. Once I figured it out, and they said, oh, yeah, we want you for 3 days. And my wife was supposed to do something the third day. And I forget what was involved, but we couldn't do she couldn't do it because I decided to do that third day of Cooks because I realized this could really be valuable. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it can be stressful. But, see, now I've got a lot of friends in the business now. So, like Diane Keaton was making this movie called Palms here in town.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So I says, hey, Jude, that's my wife, Judith. I says, you want to go bowling with Diane Keaton? So we went bowling with Diane Keaton.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you know, it's
Awesome.
Extras in the background than a bowling alley, but yeah. So I can do that every once in a while. We went to a prayer meeting with Tim Blake Nelson recently.
Huh. Very cool.
You know who Tim Blake Nelson is, right?
No.
The little guy from Oh Brother, not the midget.
Uh-oh.
On Netflix, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Huh.
He's a sweetheart too. I like working with sweethearts.
You'd like working with me.
All right.
My husband used to say, you're sweet as a sugar pie. But then we got married and he stopped saying that.
Oh.
Well, I'll have to have a talk with him sometime.
I think he got to know me a little better than he already did. And
Jeez. Well, William, I feel we could keep you here forever, but we don't want to hold you up. Any words of wisdom, parting advice?
Be a nice guy wherever you go, and people will ask you back.
Very cool. And
like
anything you'd like to plug before you go?
Season 4 of Your Pretty Face and Florida Girls on Pop Network should be out in April sometime.
definitely Florida Girls.
Yeah. If I can't get to my app, I'm definitely going to look it up on my cable box and DVR it.
Cool.
Very cool. Thank you so much for stopping in.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Anytime.
Yeah, you're always welcome back on the show. If you get bored one day and you have something you want to promote, just message John or me and we'll put you right on the show.
Oh, yeah,
I will
absolutely.
I will do that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again. All right, take it easy.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right.
I'm going to go watch a hockey game.
Oh,
Nice.
All right.
sounds cool.
You guys take care, and thank you for including me.
Of course.
Thank you.
Anytime at all.
It was an honor.
Yes.
All mine.
All right, take it easy.
Take care.
We'll be back after this commercial break.
Hi, I'm Angry Man.
And I'm Gidget Von LaRue, and we have an 80s movie podcast called the Retro Cinema Podcast.
We talk and give trivia, well, just a little bit of trivia, on 80s movies that we both watched back in the 80s.
We cover all genres, including comedy, horror, drama, fantasy, musical, animation, action, and even film noir.
Yeah, we cover them all, so you can find us at theretrocinema.com, iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn.
Klopak, is that Slovak?
No!
Give us a listen.
And we're back from another alleged commercial break. That was fun.
Yeah.
Our immense... Let me start over. 3,
Okay.
2, 1. I don't think that it could be said enough, but our immense thank yous to Mr. William Tokarsky for stopping in. Honor and a privilege talking with him.
Oh, it really is. He is such a gentleman.
Yeah, and check out Your Pretty Face Going to Hell. Hopefully May. We've been hearing May as well. Hopefully May is the hard date that it comes out.
May is the best month.
I mix my Your Pretty Face fix, and Colleen will stay away from me because she doesn't like watching it.
Why? She doesn't like she's a good Catholic girl.
That's what it is, yeah.
She can't handle Satan and all of his manliness and just his cloven feet and that expression of just sheer disappointment and boredom. My God.
She lives. Satan is her boss, so she kind of lives it.
Oh. But I mean, like, the actual Satan from the show?
No.
I mean, I would get a hall pass for that one. I don't know how I could keep my hands off of him. Like, he doesn't even have to use, like...
You're talking about the character, right? Not Matt?
No, not Matt. I mean, if he was in makeup...
The character, no.
The character. Like, I would do something bad just so I could go to hell and work for him, and I could be his secretary that he sees on the side.
Oh, God. I'm surprised he doesn't have a secretary on the show.
He needs me. Oh, my God. Dave Willis, Casper. Oh, my God, you guys. I have huge boobs. I would make a great secretary.
Oh my
Hire me.
God.
Oh my God, I would work with Satan so well.
Oh my God. So
I would do anything.
That is the show for this week. So once again, I'm going to say you can go to AdultSwimCentral.com, although there's nothing there. We should probably change that at some point. You could also check us out on the internet podcasting web at acpnet.net. And of course, this podcast, as well as many other ones on the network, are available on your podcast player of choice, iTunes, if you still use that, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, and hopefully more soon. And
also, you can find us on Facebook.
Well, that's what I meant with Socinuts. That's kind of the shortened version of, you can go to
the bracket thing, Adult Swim, bracket thing, Central.
I don't think you need the well, if you want to find us, I don't know the actual link. I should probably start putting them in the show notes. And of course, twitter.com/ASCentral. I do want to give props to the fine... Let me start that over. I also want to give props to the fine folks over at Swimpedia. They're going to have an awesome website coming out this summer. And we'll have more on that, but it sounds like they have their shit together.
Can I do a self-promotion thing?
Is it about cats?
It's absolutely not about cats.
Okay, then. Yes, you can.
Honest to God. Or Satan. I could go on and on about him. But, no. I have a page on Facebook. Not a page, a group on Facebook. It is made to protect people from things that can kill them. It's called Trish Heaps is Convinced I'm Gonna Die.
Which is weird because you haven't been Trish Heaps for 10 years now?
I know, I don't know how to change the name. Fuck it. But I implore you to join my Facebook group so I can protect you from things like colossal penguins, emperor penguins, gators, crocodiles, gators, sharks, gators.
But not Satan.
Oh, give your soul to Satan. He is so hot.
I don't know if I go that far. Of course, as I mentioned at the beginning, patreon.com/ACPN. You can get some awesome goodies and stuffs for $1, $5, and up. And anything else we're missing? Don't say cats.
I wasn't gonna.
Okay. Anyway, we'll be back with another episode of the Swimcast in the near future. Until then, fair listeners, good night now.
Adieu.
This has been an Adult Swim Central production.